Alright. Well then, he did say one was down south here, near the boathouses. This one.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidently, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Say nothing, just put the trap down.
You set the apparatus back on the ground, among the reeds.
Alright, the other ones were, well, one very far north of us, one on the complete other side, and, well, there's the last one. But we probably shouldn't be checking that right now. Tiny cage is carefully constructed. He did say we should check that one last. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. And what do we have here? 45 cents. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes. Rumbling. Okay, we can't go further there. Wait, do we have something? Yeah, there is something green there. A buoy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. Okay. Again, I don't know why that circle came up above their heads there, but whatever. Did we explore up here? No, we did not. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. There is some sort of door up there. Not that we can get to it. From here, at least. I do kind of want to go down here first. Oh, what's that? Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. Okay. Is that... That's not the church, is it? No, that is the church. It's been so long since I was here that I've already forgotten what it looked like. Never come from this side. What is this? Looks a bit like a bunker. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. The chain trails off into the ocean, to who knows where. And these rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one. Well, let's have a look at it.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
It may have been used to service an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification, like a sea fort in the bay.
Either way, it requires interfacing 20, and it is a red check, so we're nowhere near it. What is our interfacing? 5. It's not awful, but we can't improve it anymore. What's our equipment say? We have +1 from the gloves. Anything else that has plus interfacing? But even then, we'd have to have quite a lot to even get close to it. No, nothing there. So now we've got a 6 and we need 20. So the absolute maximum we can get right now is 18, which means we can only get a double 6, and we're like 3 away from even improving our chances, which is ridiculous. So we won't be seeing what's in there for a long, long time. Oops. A white polo shirt. Sure. What I also wanted to do Where is it? Endurance. I think that's health, right? Yeah, that should be health. Well, it just says enjoy healthy organs. Yeah, I think this, yeah, it improves your health. One of the 2 health points in the game. I mean, we're just gonna try it out, but I think that should give us free health. I hope. Yes, it gives us free health. I just wanted that slight bit of reassurance that, you know, we're not half dead once we take 1 hit from anything. There's the trap. Land's End.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds, another one of Morel's traps, weighed down by stones to keep it in place.
Look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
The lieutenant takes a note, more out of habit than duty. Are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good job. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. He probably wouldn't be. Is that something there? Seems sort of oddly blue, but probably not. Where's the noise coming from? Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb it. The sea air has eaten away at it. And a scented scarf. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance, where the posts trail toward... who knows? Alright, looks like we've explored everything now. Let me actually... okay, so we should check it, but maybe not right now. Wait, what was the last one? Near the canal you crossed southeast of the village. We might go there quickly, just to have a look. And we'll see if it's there, although we actually haven't checked this out yet, so we should do that first. Almost forgot about that one. I mean, I did completely forget about that one, I only remembered because I walked past it. What's in this barrel here? 30 cents, okay. What is this thing?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
It might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
It could have been multiple seagulls.
The lieutenant sighs. A poet could write a dozen verses and still not begin to capture the profound vexation in that sigh. You should still take it.
Yep. I agree. We should take it. A filthy jacket. Let's interact with it.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Alright. We're still taking it with us. Maybe it belongs to someone. Mega Beano's prescription lenses. +2 encyclopedia, because we definitely need that. Vagrants have recently painted the top red. Water drips from it. And a coin-operated weighing machine. Hasn't been used for a decade. What is this? Postcard. We'll take that. Makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. That tarp will keep out neither rain nor snow nor wind. It certainly won't keep me away from the money either. Hey, what's this? Big wine canister, open and empty.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Careful there. These floorboards look rotten and weak.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell. Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet.
Though this guy's probably... What is that over there? This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. This person probably also has been out of order for years.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the surroundings first.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Seems pretty natural. Guy was dead drunk, slipped, hit his head against the bench, and died. Case closed. Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Oh, that is broken, isn't it? There's a piece of boardwalk missing there.
He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
True. Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
He looks at two other bottles forgotten near the coin-operated viewer. Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Oh, is this the husband of the wife in front of the bookshop?
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Let me check. Where is it? Find working class husband. Drinking somewhere, find him and bring it home. Okay, we didn't actually get a classification. Also something what I saw recently while I was watching through the start of someone's playthrough on YouTube. Because I like doing that with games that I really enjoy, is watch other people play through them as well and see, how they did, what they thought of it, some of the options they may have taken. I obviously don't watch anywhere close to the point where I am right now in the game, so I don't spoil myself for anything. But I did see this stats page here, which I didn't notice before at all. Which apparently says we are currently a boring cop, which I guess is true. Mostly communist. 8 for ultra-liberal, only 5 for moralist. That's interesting. Good cop, bad cop is 6, whatever that means, and honor is 1. Okay. Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
I mean the fact alone that this task specifically says look for working class husband, and the corpse is called working class corpse alone should sort of give it away.
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar.
Absolutely. Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Everything is coming together.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Who is this man? I do know though.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
He looks set the way you came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand?
Yes.
Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband, dead on a boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
Isn't it obvious, Kim?
Because it's the most working-class death you've ever seen.
The leather jacket. It matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
You think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
Lieutenant nods. What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Could it be related to the lynching somehow?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple albeit sad, accident, and related to the murder case.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not? But keep it simple for now.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Not this time, though. Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
He smiles sourly. Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him? Is there still space in the ice bear fridge?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me.
Okay.
I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Okay. We found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from Mike and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
Alright. Okay then. So that's that. Oh. Moonshine, probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. Alright. Wait, where was it? I think it did sort of run me into a direction when I clicked on that entrance up there. I don't know where though. Let's see. Okay, it stops me here.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know,
He takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Can you still shoot there?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
It doesn't sound particularly good. We've already seen you miss the corpse, well, the buckle above the corpse before. We've been here before? Okay, I'll go up there. Can we go up there from somewhere else? Apparently, we do seem to think so. Oh yeah, we have been here. Or we only want to go south anyway. Were we able to go south from here? Certainly doesn't seem so. Alright, all the way back we go. Let me think about what's our next course of action anyway. I think we've sort of explored everything here now. So that should lead us back to where we originally came from, although there is the cryptozoologist case where we still need to explore that one trap over there, but we should do so after we've explored the one near, what does it say? Near the canal? Yes, near the canal you crossed southeast of the village. That might not be too far away, actually. We can make my way there and find it. Where is the canal? We must be close now. That is it, yeah. I think we've got time to go back for the fourth one then. After
This
checking out
trap's
this one.
not too hard to spot. once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. I must stress that I did not expect a cryptozoological monstrosity to be in this trap.
Of course. Noted.
He looks at you incredulously as you place the trap back in reeds. Okay, I don't know why this cycle is now popping up all the time, but we'll quickly head back. Oh wait, I want to go up here. Same way back that we came, because that did appear to be the quickest. Wait, can we sit on a bench now?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the...
Okay.
We can sit on benches after
Okay,
we've solved it.
yes. Alright, solve the murder first, then sit on the bench. I see. Down here? Yes, it was down here. 3 there. And... where exactly was it? Still? After that? No, surely not, right? Was it after there? Apparently. I think we should go through here then. I think that was quicker. Yeah, now I remember. There it is. One last
This
trap.
is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality.
Look around first.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust.
Oh.
No phasmid either, but still.
It's empty. No, look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
You're right, but they still need to know.
Okay. But after that, we get back to our own assignments. There is no justification for this detour at this point of our investigation. We have a lot of work to do back in town.
I mean, that's where we headed anyway. That's where they are, so it's not really, you know, out of our way. At the moment, at least. But we might as well go back there. And we've made quite a bit of money on this detour as well. I think we started on 34 real when we got here. So we've made about 11 real. That's half a day. Or half a night, basically, at the inn. Although I don't really sleep at the inn anymore anyway. I do remember having been told about fast travel by the game like a few episodes ago. I still haven't quite figured out how to do that. I'd love to know though. That's actually a good time to check, I guess. As good a time as any. How would it be? On the map? Martinez waterfront. None of this looks like fast travel. I can click where I want. Doesn't do anything. No. Well, I don't see how, so I'm assuming it's not doable. Oh wait, did we have anything to do in here? I distinctly remember something to be done in here. I don't know if we had to sell some. I think we had to sell something. But I have no memory of what it was. Well.
Hello again. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Have people from Everard Clare's union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday.
That sounds like them.
Looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip. But you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
This is the same voice actor as well, isn't it? I just now realized that. I think he's voicing a lot of characters in this game, but he does do a pretty good job at making them distinct and making it harder to realize that it's just the same guy doing all these voices.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Sure,
Alright.
man.
There are other things I can
Typical
talk to,
Martinez
but
streetlight sits among
is there anything new about
the
any of them?
boomboxes wait on the shelf.
No, I could buy the boombox, but I don't really want to. But
You see
there's-
rows of toys.
No, nothing new here. So off we go again. I'll eventually come back here again, I suppose. Once we've somehow put points into electrochemistry, although I don't know why I would ever do that. But if I do it by accident once, or it genuinely requires me to do so, we can now just call in quickly that we've taken a new case.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Didn't we tap on that already?
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Alright, let's pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment.
You can hear her shuffling through some papers.
Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, seems like an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
She repeats.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
I haven't examined it yet. You can hear her sigh audibly on the other side.
So unprofessional of you. Pity.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking it.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yes, please do try, Alice. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you
Always
then.
tomorrow. Alright.
57th, over and out.
Over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Yes, I know what I see in the cabin. Alright.
The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Fair point.
This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds.
Not bad.
And go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Will it roll over in the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
Turn your attention to the motor carriage itself.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
A machine really puts the logo back in locomotion. I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. Looks impractical.
No point in stopping, then.
I'd still like to take a close look.
Sure, go ahead.
What's it packing there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
That's what? A 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
The lieutenant is trying to suppress a smug smile, unsuccessfully. A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
Ever thought about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
We ever get this case solved? Maybe we can do it together.
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
Okay, let's move. Why not, Kim? Do we have the library card in here? Yes.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look at the back side.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Okay. Well then, let's talk to Alice again.
Inside,
Yes.
you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I'm aware.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to Jamrock Public Library.
I'm afraid they're closed. It says here
Oh.
that the library is open
Right.
from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, Detective?
No, thank you.
57's open.
In the cabin, you
That's for tomorrow then. Just an hour too late. Or maybe we can find out who it was by just asking. Wait, what is this?
the dented yellow mailbox.
Oh yes, right. No. For being nice to the delivery box. Where is the woman?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
No, I'm not. Thank you, Annette. would like to ask about that woman that is no longer here. Maybe she'll come back tomorrow.